Howdy fellas, Frankie Day back again on YouTube. This evening YouTube I have update number 3 on Warren's Cold War Classics. My C-124 Globemaster is progressing quite well. Since takeoff for the last video I've done, I went and resanded the whole model down using plenty of water, using 320 grit wet and dry sandpaper. Once the model was completely sanded down, I gave it a priming, checking for any more imperfections. I couldn't find any, so I went ahead and I gave it its final primer coat. As taken off from the last video, fellas, an update, build report number 2. I started to construct the 4 cowlings, the engine assemblies. Each engine assembly comes in 3 pieces. Virtually 4 pieces. I take it back. I'm sorry. Each engine that cell assembly, there's 4 pieces. You got right half, left hand, and you got the front end of the engine nacelle, the cowling itself, and plus you got your engine facing, which the engines they give this kit are just very sparse. Just enough detail that you know there's an engine there. So ain't no sense of going full overboard on trying to detail an engine that's you really be sane. And like I say, anybody who really loves to do some filling and sanding, this kit is for you. There's some parts in this kit that goes together quite well with no fuss. But like I say, when it comes to preparing this thing for finishing, especially filling in all the gaps, oh, this kit's a real turn on. I kid you not. So far, what I've done, after the cowlings are assembled, I dry fit them on the wings, and I went ahead and using my Ambroid liquid glue, I went ahead and glued the cowling pieces to the engine fronts on the wings. I went ahead and filled the cowlings in using the filler, and also around the cowling fronts of the engine itself, they were filled in too as well. And I let dry, and I went over and sanded each one of the engines until they're good and smooth. I went over and gave a shot of primer, and they came out pretty good. So actually the kit is completely, base is all ready, it's ready for painting right now. So everything on the kit is done with the exception of the undercarriage and the clear canopy on top. The clear canopy is going to take some time to mask off this framework on that canopy because it's so small. And there's no way of tracing out the raisins of the canopy frames on using masking tape, regardless of what kind of masking tape you use. So it's going to have to be hit and miss on it. So there's no problem. It's a piece of cake for me. And other than that, that's about it. And before we go to the model, I'd like to thank everybody for your wonderful replies on my Herky Bird. And your wonderful comments on my update number 2, my C-124 Globemaster, Warren's Cold War Cold War Classic build, root build. So far, I know so far, yeah, I got mine done. I'm started mine, and Warren's got his going, and he's done a very wonderful job on English Electric, you know, that pre-shading. And Panzerman Bill, congratulations on that A4D Skyhawk. Son, you did a good job on that. That carrier deck right there fills the bill for that A4 scooter. You've done a good job, Panzer Bill. I was wondering where you're at. Now I know. When you get busy with the build, man, you got no time for chatter, no time for videos. So, congratulations, a hearty well done. And Steve, that Doolittle rated, B25. Oh, little Jimmy Doolittle, he'll give you a stamp of approval and a pat on the back. He's at Mitchell. Okay, fellas, here we are. Hoshiki's on top of my Lady Susan's. I zoom in a little bit. You can see how the cowlings that fared in pretty good using my filler on there. Those cowlings, they have a rough fit. They don't fit too good on the wings, fellas. Anybody who wants to build this kit, they can run into problems because this kit has a lot of fit issues, especially around the cowlings. So the cowlings have to be filed and sanded to shape to be able to get them to the leading edges of the wings, and it requires a lot of filler, as you can see right there. on top of the engine nacelles. So they're all faired in and smooth as their entirety, so you can't tell how they're put together. And on the cockpit right there, I went ahead and put the dial console and 2 seats in there, and that's going to remain clear right there. So I chose to go ahead and use the cockpit details. They don't give you very much cockpit detail in there, very sparse. And I'll swing around a little bit on the right side of the fuselage. It's pretty much the same as that on the left side. Now, for a small model 1/44 scale, the Globemaster is a big airplane, as I said in the last video. I mean, if you ever stood up next to one of these Globemasters, you see what I mean. He's a big aircraft. What they have today is a lot more bigger, but for its time, it was a very large aircraft. This is the C-124As. I back off right there. I'll put it on her back, and I'll show you the undersides of it, fellas. The undersides is treated just as it was on the top. You see the wing and aileron fairings, which fit underneath the wings right there. The Globemaster had a very unique set of fairings on there, which is very identifiable on most aircraft of this era. I'm going to give this airplane one more coat of primer, and I'll get it ready for final painting. And main thing is get this finished as good as you can on here. I'm going to go ahead and gloss my primer so that when I apply my aluminum plate on it, like it'll go on there nice and shiny and even. Look close up a little bit, fellas, right there. You can see a little bit of the detail in it. And overall, it's a nice kit. It's just a lot of fit issues in there, as you can see. I mean, this thing's not designed for the novice. Well, fellas, that's about it right there. We'll catch you on the next YouTube presentation. Happy modeling. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch y'all later. Bye, fellas.